Players, it's the morning after with Nick and Big J. Welcome to Thursday, 23rd day of July, 2026. My name is Nick. Hey, there's Big J right over there, man.
I'm right here.
Holy Jesus. Hey, Big J.
Hey, Nick.
What's up, dude?
How much?
Don't pull any punches. How you feeling?
No, good.
Come on. What happened on your Wednesday? After you left this place behind.
Went to the dentist.
That's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, got some teeth cleaning done.
Cavity free?
And, yeah.
That's what we like to hear, buddy.
Yeah.
That's what we like to hear. No fillings.
It's like the dentist, not this time, but the time before, started giving me a little hard time because maybe I don't floss as much as I should. And my response was, I'm almost 50. I don't have any cavities. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Like, I got enough people telling me how to do stuff. I don't.
Did you have a bunch of stuff in your mouth so it was all like marbled?
No. Now, then we went with the father-in-law, had some pizza, played some cards. So it was a nice Wednesday, man.
That's pretty cool.
Nice and full.
Today we have an opportunity to get a nerd alert from the man himself. And maybe you can give us some card tips during that nerd alert, Big J.
Always bet on red.
What game do you play when you play cards?
We play a game called 13.
Okay. And are you good at it?
It's like a
do you
gin
win?
rummy style game. No. Sometimes I'll win, but it's very rare.
Is it the kind of game where you have to keep score on like a pad of paper throughout?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mike usually does that.
Say, is that your job? Or?
And then, oh God, you should see it. You should come play cards with us sometime and see me try to count the cards because, you know, at the end of this, you have like 13 cards in your hand.
Uh-huh.
And so, you know, you base the points on cards that you can't make matches or whatever of, and it's like, I just look at him and it's like I got a disease or something, and I got to count it out by my hand. Like I just
you don't just show your wife and go do that.
No, I try.
Okay.
I try.
So you want me to come play cards with you so I can watch you try to count?
So you can see how for real dumb I am.
You're not dumb. I mean,
No.
there are things that are complicated about that.
Counting and math not in my skill set.
No, that's why you're not the scorekeeper.
That's
But you
exactly
are
right.
the key master.
Yeah.
And today we're going to get a nerd alert from him. We're also going to have an opportunity for you to go to Slightly Stupid. We're also going to have a chance for you to get qualified for Summer of Fun. We are going to have a trip to Disneyland / Universal Studios / California up for grabs this week. 2 more days to get yourself qualified, and that gives you, well, by my math, 8 more chances to get your name in the hopper. So we'll give you a chance a little bit after 9 o'clock today. That's going to happen, which is pretty damn cool. And we play music. Let's get started with some Red Hot Chili Peppers. It is the X-Rocks.
King Big J.
Big J, hopefully you're ready. Waiting. Cannot wait to get started because yesterday was media day for Boise State football. To get you all amped up for the upcoming football season, how do you feel about this year's Bronco team, Big J?
I don't know anything about it. I haven't really been getting the DL on what's going on with as far as positions and stuff. So,
well, they're bringing a lot of people back from last year, so there is that. Not a lot of people have moved on. Maddox Madsen is back as your quarterback, Big J. How do you feel about that?
Well, he's got the experience.
Now, Spencer Danielson says he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Okay.
Do you agree about that?
I mean, I hope so.
You're wanting to prove it, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Consistency. Need the consistency.
Boise State is getting ready for their first season in the brand new Pac-12. So players and coaches showed up on the blue yesterday and kind of started pumping their message, Big J, which is blue-collar identity. Get it? Emphasis on the blue, right?
We're blue collar. That's how this place was built.
They are preparing for the 2026 season. It opens on the road September 5th against the University of Oregon in Eugene. That's a tough place to open up, Big J.
Yeah.
Not going to lie. And we will see how it goes. Spencer Danielson is changing the way that they're going to select team captains. He's going to wait until after fall camp and require players to apply. And he's going to treat it like a job application. Like they're going to have to convince him that they should be captains. He's not going to let it be a team vote anymore. He's going to be the one that decides who the captains are. So we'll see how that works going forward. But yeah, the Broncos have a lot of, I believe, questions in the air after last season. It was not a good year last year. Agree or disagree, Big J?
Yeah, no, I agree.
And so now as they transition into a new conference and start against a very tough opponent in the first season or the first game of the season, how does this look? Have they made any improvements? I mean, there weren't a lot of people that excited about the recruiting class this year, but that doesn't mean those guys can't play. It all depends on how it happens on the field and how they are coached up and how they get ready, prepare, and the game plan that they try to execute. So we will see. But it's a fresh new slate. It's a fresh new conference. It's a fresh new season of Boise State football that begins on September 5th. And it doesn't sound like you've caught the fever yet, Big J, but maybe you will.
Fever.
Or is it one of those things where you're like a fair weather fan where you're like, listen, if they're doing okay, then I'll jump on board. But if not, get the hell out of here.
No, it's an August thing.
Okay.
I really haven't heard much of what's going on. So.
Well, that's what yesterday's media day was for. You should plug in, buddy.
I didn't know.
Steph Curry will definitely be going to the National Basketball Hall of Fame in Massachusetts after he decides to retire. Agree or disagree, Big J?
I would imagine so, yeah.
But part of his amazing career is already there. Curry is about to become the first active player to get his own exhibit in the Hall of Fame. It's called Stephen Curry Beyond the Arc. It'll be open to the public on Friday. It includes Olympic and championship artifacts, game-worn gear, archival footage of Curry's journey to become a four-time NBA champion. And he says, quote, when I think of my journey, I think about the people that believed in me, what happened when nobody was watching, and the moments that shaped me on and off the court. It's an honor to have this at the NBA, the National Basketball Hall of Fame. So congratulations to Steph Curry doing something that even Michael Jordan and LeBron James can't say they've done, which is have a full-on exhibit at the Hall of Fame without even retiring yet. So pretty impressive.
Damn.
I mean, listen, we've said it before. I'll say it again. It'll probably take a little bit of separation, but I don't think maybe we take it for granted because he's still out there. But Steph Curry changed the NBA. He changed the way the game was played. There's like 6 players that can say that. Like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, probably Michael Jordan, and like Steph Curry are the people that changed the way you match up against other teams, your game plan for it, and what was considered to be good or bad, and can you make it in the NBA? And, for better or worse, Steph Curry has turned the NBA into a three-point contest. That's what it is.
Yeah, much worse.
And so...
Not as fun. But.
It certainly has... But, you take it back to the early 90s when games were 82-76 and everybody was bumping down in the middle and nobody liked it because nobody was scoring points. It's, there's everything there's something to complain about with every particular era of basketball. There's no doubt about it. Or sports in general, really, when you think about it. But there is no doubt that we are at the peak popularity of NBA. Agree or disagree on that, Big J?
Yeah.
And I think he plays a big role in that as well. Big J, man, we can't stop giving Glenn Powell chances, can we, buddy?
That's right.
He certainly was a part of some hit movies. There's no doubt about it. But when he's given the chance to take the lead, it hasn't exactly worked out at the box office for Glenn Powell so far. But Universal Studios is still going to give him a chance. They're going to reunite him with Richard Linklater. They have worked together before with a couple of movies. Everybody Wants Some, which nobody saw. And then Hitman, which I enjoyed and you did not, Big J. But they are going to team together for a Lou Gehrig biopic. What do you think about that?
Yeah, sounds sad.
The legendary Yankees first baseman was nicknamed the Iron Horse. He played a then record 2,130 consecutive games before he got diagnosed with ALS, now known as Lou Gehrig's disease. He died in 1941 at 37, and Lorne Michaels will also produce alongside Glenn Powell.
What is this, a comedy?
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, listen, Richard Linklater can do drama. He can do comedy. I mean, he did Boyhood. Hitman is considered a comedy, but yeah, I do believe this probably has to have some gravitas to it if you're going to tell the story of Lou Gehrig for sure. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll see if anybody sees it, more importantly, Big J. Because right now, that's what people are struggling with Glenn Powell.
Well, not on the streaming side.
Right.
So here's the thing. That doesn't necessarily mean what it used to mean when you can't pull up the box office.
No, clearly. He keeps getting chances.
Yeah, because of people streaming the movies ridiculously.
Yeah.
So that bar has moved.
At the end, but I mean, I guess it's a little bit different for a movie studio, I think, because you get my guess, the way that these contracts are usually run is you pay Netflix or whatever, gives you a certain amount of money for the movie so that they can stream it. They don't give you money per stream. So when you're Universal Studios, you don't care how many times people press play on that particular movie, as long as you get your money from whatever streamer's giving it to you. Unless you have your own streaming service, then you care. But still, they're making movies together. I wish them luck. I like Glenn Powell. I just wish that, I don't know, he made better choices. I'm not sure what I want for Glenn Powell. But he's a handsome man. Agree or disagree?
Yeah.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your first round of important stuff. It's the X Rocks. Elmer Stenemy here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Big J, I have lived here for almost 19 years.
Yeah, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, dude. And oh my God, I didn't expect that. Thank you, man. And of course, I got my Idaho license almost right after I moved here. But yesterday, I believe I truly became an Idaho resident. Because if you have lived here for a while or you have kind of looked around a little bit, you may notice that Idaho has I would say, an exorbitant number of these particular things, more than a lot of other states. And I, on a whim and on a limb, got one yesterday to join the herd and be a part of the true Idahoanness in me kind of coming out. Any guess as to what it was?
You went to the Boise Fry Company.
No, I've been there before.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Nothing to do with food.
You rubbernecked on the I-84.
No, that was bred in me. Yeah, that's part of who I am. But it does have something to do with driving. Does that help you, Big J?
Man, I can't know what.
I got a personalized plate yesterday.
Wait, you did?
I did. I went through the process, went online, went to the DMV online, and put in all the stuff that I needed to do to get a personalized plate. And in the next 8 weeks, it'll be here.
Let's start before then. Which plate is it?
It's the black and white one.
You son of a bitch!
Everybody's got those. What's your
problem?
I
want one, but they won't make it for my motorcycle.
Well, then get one for your car when you get it.
Well, okay, so is it MSTK?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is.
All right, that's on brand.
It was available, and I was like,
brand.
why the hell not? I mean, that's because I was buying my tickets to the new episode of Mystery Science Theater 3000 that comes out in theaters, and I bought my tickets, reserved my place at the Cinemark for September 9.
High on the Misty.
I got access to the pre-sale because I'm a Kickstarter member, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to look, and maybe it is, and I looked, and it totally was available, and I'm like, you know what? What the hell? I'm just going to pull the trigger, right?
Yeah.
Now, I will say this, because my registration is up at the end of next month, it was much more expensive than I thought, but that's because I also took care of my registration as well. Yeah. But it was not a cheap endeavor for me to do. But even still, I think it was like, I don't know, like $80 or something like that for the whole.
But that plate's going to look so sharp on your CX-50, dude.
I think so as well. So it feels good. I have joined you, all of you that have the personalized plates. So there's a ridiculous number of you here in the state. And why the hell not, right?
Yeah, I could just never think it's something that would make sense for me. I've got one for you.
What? BIG space J.
No, man. What? I don't want that.
Why not?
That's so lame. God, I would never do that. There's no way. You would have to pay me. The only way, people, you would ever see that is if somebody was paying me to do it.
All right. Well, listen, there's lots of things you could possibly do, but you just got to make sure you get it in 7 letters or less. You understand?
Yeah.
And I think with the black license plates, the shorter the better, to be perfectly honest. Because I do think they look cooler when they're not all stuffed with letters, if that makes any sense. So this particular case, it was 5 letters for me, and I'm happy, and I think it's going to look sweet, and I'll get it in like 2 months or something like that.
Nice.
But
well, congrats, man.
I do feel like a true Idahoan.
I'm not sure that personalized plates make you a true Idahoan.
I don't know, man. You should look around a little
You can do personalized plates in every state.
I understand,
in the United
but
States.
Idaho is like number 2 in the nation for the amount of personalized plates that we have.
Really?
Yeah, we've talked about this before. It's crazy how many personalized plates are in this state. There's an exorbitant amount here in Idaho than another place. It's like the way that we showcase our personality.
I can't wait for your plate to pop up on Personalized Plates Idaho.
Me too. See, you follow. You talk about it.
I don't follow them. It just pops up in my feed
because you follow it. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Coming up in a few minutes, a nerd alert from Big J. It's next on the X.
Go talk to the nerds. It's Nerd Talk.
The best in tech and gaming. Big J's Nerd Alert on 100.3 The X Rocks.
Yeah, and we've got some game news, Nick, to look forward to for once. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt songs of the past will be revealed at Gamescom 2026 during opening night live August 26th. Now, Songs of the Past is the 3rd expansion for CD Projekt's fantasy masterpiece and is due out in 2027. 12 years after the original game came out, 11 years after the much-loved second expansion, Blood and Wine. Now, CD Projekt said it's co-developing it with The Fool's Theory, a team comprising of industry veterans who worked on Witcher 3. And here's what we know so far. Songs of the Past, 3rd expansion coming to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It will launch in 2027 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. Songs of the Past will return players to the role of legendary monster slayer Geralt of Rivia for a brand new adventure when it launches in 2027. So we'll get a chance to see some of this action coming up here at the end of August on my birthday, Nick.
Aren't they still working on Witcher 4 too?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll see if that ever gets
Take your time.
finished. No kidding, right? Nick, Microsoft has announced Xbox backward compatibility on PC, allowing you to play classic console games on PC and handhelds such as the Xbox Ally X for the first time. So the program began yesterday with an early preview containing support for just 4 titles right now: Blinks, The Time Sweeper, Conquer Live and Reloaded, Crimson Skies, High Road to Revenge, and Fusion Frenzy. Now, anyone who owns the games already will have automatically a license granted to them on PC. The 4 games will also be added to Xbox Game Pass for those with a PC Game Pass or Ultimate subscription. And, of course, you'll be able to stream the titles via Xbox Cloud Gaming, allowing you to play them pretty much on any rig. Xbox backward compatibility on PC is another step towards preserving the games from the past and making it easier for you to enjoy and play more of the games you already own across devices you use every day. So that's a nice thing that is doing. And, contrast to some things here that we have going on, a survey here, Nick, and some research that YouGov survey finding U.S. adults, most gamers still favor physical game formats, even as the industry moves towards digital distribution. Among console gamers, 51% prefer discs or cartridges versus 32% who prefer digital. PC gamers lean slightly more digital at 40%, but still 32% choose the physical part of it. Permanent ownership drives physical preference, cited by 81% of those gamers. Where's the other 26? That's crazy to me. That should be everybody who wants to own their games completely. Over half say they'd be less likely to choose a system without physical game support, Nick.
So they don't have much of a choice.
Yeah, well, analysts still are saying Sony doesn't care. We'll see how long that lasts. But, there is going to be a battle here now for the forthcoming future about physical game ownership and all of that business. So there is your Nerd Alert.
Hey, thanks, Big J.
Hey, thanks. You're welcome.
Pretty awesome. Morning After with Nick and Big J coming up in a few minutes. Some important stuff, and we're going to hell. It's the X Rocks.
Here's traffic inside the TDS Fiber Traffic Center on 100.3 The X.
Important stuff.
Launch newsfeed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff brought to you by Summer of Fun. Guess what, man? America's 250 years old, dude. How old do you feel?
Old.
Welcome to America. The X is giving you a chance to win 7 amazing trips over 7 weeks this summer. Every week, a brand new trip. This week is week number 4, 4 days, 3 nights in Southern California, and enjoying some theme park action, Disneyland, Universal Studios. When you win the grand prize on Friday, if your name is pulled, you get to choose. Do you want to take the trip or do you want to keep $3,000 in cash? You make the call. But to get qualified for that grand prize, you just got to listen for your keywords. 9, 11, 1, and 3. They come your way weekdays. The more time you get your keywords right, the more time your name pops up in the possible grand prize list. You can check out xrock.com for a complete list of trips, as well as your contest rules from the X-Rocks. Also, thank you to the Record Exchange Overhead Door and, of course, A1 Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric for that. Big J, how you feeling, man?
Just fine, man.
You feeling all right?
Yeah.
Would it be surprising to know that a new major study reveals that people across the world now spend an average of about 11 years of their life not feeling great?
What does that mean?
That means they're in poor health. Like something's going on with them that they don't like. Either they don't feel good, the gut hurts, something's going on, something's hurt, something's strained, they're recovering from some sort of major injury, something. But they're in not optimal health. Now, back in 1990, that number was 8 years, so we have risen 3 years in the matter of a couple of decades. The U.S. leads individual countries at most in time in poor health with 14 years, Big J. That's roughly 18% of our expected lifespan we spend in bad health. Now, it also could mean that you're not in great shape, Big J. So that's a part of it as well.
How dare you?
Researchers tracked the morbidity gap, they're calling it, across 204 countries from 1990 to 2025. And then they found that it widened in 203 of them. Wealthier nations showed the largest gaps as longer lifespans allowed for more time in poor health. Low back pain, depression, anxiety, hearing loss, and obesity drove most unhealthy years globally. And so now we need to worry about turning that around, Big J. How do we do it?
I have no idea.
Well, thanks a lot, doctor. No help at all.
Yep.
I mean, for crying out loud, we're trying to be
I
healthy.
have faith they'll figure it out, though.
Okay. It's not going so well so far, though. I'll be honest. In the last, 35 years, it hasn't gone well.
Well, I would say, we've extended our life expectancy. It's a good start, and then we'll figure out the in-between there.
Well, the life expectancy is one of the reasons why we're all sick as hell. So there's also
yes,
that.
well, that's why the stats are the way they are.
Mm-hmm.
But, we finally got to a place now where we expect to live much longer. So, the science will start to get in on how we can figure out that. And, we're coming closer and closer to figure out some of these major diseases.
Big J, while LeBron James continues to ponder his next move, or at least delay the announcement of his next move, lots of gamblers are goofing around with the prediction markets, hoping to make money when the announcement is finally made. Kalshi is the biggest part of this. They do prediction markets and all sorts of crazy stuff. They've already traded around $200 million trying to predict his destination, which is more money than has ever been taken in on a single NBA game. So obviously they're all caught up in this. Do you have if you were a gambling man, where would you put your money? Where do you think LeBron James is going to go?
I would say the Miami Heat.
Okay. Is it because of the mistake that was made yesterday or the day before?
No,
Okay.
not necessarily. I mean, I just don't, I don't see him going back to Cleveland yet.
Yet.
Yeah,
think at some point he will?
I don't think this is like a one-year done thing.
Okay. The Cleveland Cavaliers, for the record, are leading the teams that have the most money going their way. Miami Heat is second, Golden State Warriors third, and the Philadelphia 76ers fourth. But we will see. The weird
That
thing,
Miami life is hard to pass up.
Hey, there's no state tax.
I mean, if you're going to compare Cleveland, Miami, where do you want to spend your extra time?
Cleveland is his home, so it's difficult to say these things.
Yeah, I don't know if he's living in Cleveland.
Big J, Paramount's long-anticipated Days of Thunder sequel is gaining some momentum. Jonathan Levine, 50-50 Warm Bodies. You ever watch either of those two movies?
Yeah, yes.
Which ones?
Warm
Both?
Bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like it?
It was fun.
You didn't see the 50-50 with Joseph
I
Gordon-Levitt
did
and
not,
Seth
no.
Rogen?
I did not.
He's in negotiations, apparently, to direct Tom Cruise, who will reprise his role as Cole Trickle, and produce alongside Jerry Bruckheimer. The 1990 original was directed by the late Tony Scott, of course. It made a whole lot of money when it came out, about $147 million worldwide, half here, half abroad. But that was in the heyday of NASCAR. So, I think Tom Cruise has got probably an equal amount, if not more, star power now than he did then. But I do think the subject matter has waned in popularity a little bit since those years.
Or
you know?
they need it.
Maybe.
Like, we need
Maybe.
something to kick fire a little bit. And so much has changed in that sport since that movie came out.
Yeah. Money
It's
would
like-
argue for the worse, but yes, for sure. Restrictor caps and in playoffs and all these things have happened in NASCAR since Days of Thunder came around.
And
Well,
a
go
lot
ahead.
more personalities, too.
Sure.
In a different way
Yeah.
than we were used to.
I am sure some people will come back. Obviously, Robert Duvall is no longer with us. I would be hard-pressed to believe Nicole Kidman will reprise her role.
Thank God.
And you didn't like her role in Days of Thunder?
No, I'm just... maybe I'm over Nicole Kidman, I guess. I don't know.
All right, so Tom Cruise got you in the divorce, huh?
Yeah.
Of course, we will see how it all goes. Tom Cruise's next project is Digger, which you can see the trailer out for now. That's coming out on October 2nd. And then maybe this is next on his list on top of the, Top Gun 3, right?
Yeah.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We're going to go to hell next on the X.
Going to hell. The Morning After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X rocks.
Headed to Massachusetts for today's We're Going to Hell story, Big J.
Massachusetts.
Do you have a particular opinion, one way or the other, on mimes?
Oh, yeah, I used to hate mimes. Man.
Any reason?
No, there was no reason. It was
You
one
just-
of those stupid Big J things.
Now you have, in your old age, you've decided that mimes are cool, or you just don't think about them that much?
I don't think about them that much until I do something like this.
Pretend you're in a box?
Yeah.
Got it. Then you can do some
What,
mime.
I'm mocking them.
But, Big J, of course, you know what makes a mime, right?
They don't talk.
But not all mimes stay silent, my friend.
Oh?
And a Massachusetts man who is known for roaming in a black and white mime costume is now facing some charges, Big J,
He's well known.
because he wouldn't stop freaking ladies out at a popular state park.
Oh, God.
So his name is Hernan Lux, Big J. He's from Farmington, Massachusetts. And he is facing several criminal harassment charges after 3 female State Department of Conservation and Recreation employees had up to over 50 encounters with this gentleman over the past 2 months at Natick State Park near Boston.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. And so basically what this all started was like, what I would classify, I suppose, as typical mime stuff, meaning you're hanging out in the park with your friends and some mime just walks up to you and starts staring, right? Like that's a mime thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, creepy, sure, not okay. And especially when you tell them to leave, then they don't. Then you're like,
Yeah.
what the hell's going on?
He's
here?
waiting for a tip before he leaves.
Is that what's happening?
Probably.
So the ladies then started talking to, actual police officers and like, hey, man, this mime is like all up in our grill. He won't leave us alone. And we've asked him to leave. And so then the police start asking him to leave. And then he does when the police ask him. But he always finds his way back into this park bugging these ladies, right?
Yeah. Got to get back to the water source.
Authorities say that his behavior recently escalated. One incident reportedly involved when the ladies were eating lunch in the park. The mime allegedly stripped down to his underwear and then started covering himself in cooking oil and doing exercises. Like, bending over.
Like real cooking oil or mime cooking oil?
No, I think it's real cooking oil.
Oh, God.
And so the park employees again reported numerous encounters, including one woman who said she had over 50 different encounters with the guy. Now, they worked in this park, so they had to be there, and this guy just wouldn't leave them alone. So state police arrested him on Sunday, and during a court hearing, he fainted as prosecutors outlined the allegations. Now, that could be a mime thing, too.
He's performing in the courtroom. That's awesome.
He didn't have any of his makeup on, though, I'll tell you that. So once the proceedings resumed, a judge ordered a mental health evaluation. The case has also prompted some concerns on social media, where a lot of other people suddenly say, hey, is that the mime from that state park in Boston? He always is creepy to me, too. So apparently this mime has been doing creepy stuff, and not a lot of people like it.
It's like baskets. Like Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah. But he worked at a rodeo, and so, he was doing his rodeo
but just,
thing.
creepy and makeup.
Yes, he was in full-on mime regalia doing this stuff, except when he stripped down to his underwear, of course,
And the cooking oil.
covered himself in cooking oil. That's very much unmime-like. But yeah, mimes are, they're a tough sell, man. And then when you add in the extra layer of creepiness, it's not okay.
I'm really surprised with all that this dude didn't get jaw-jacked by somebody.
Yeah. I hear you. I don't know. And maybe he has, for all we know. But he certainly
But it hasn't stopped him.
is facing some charges now. Well, some people like getting jaw-jacked, Big J. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your We're Going to Hell story. It is the X Rocks. That is 10 years Novocaine here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Now, granted, I am not the world traveler that you are, Big J.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know, man. You've been overseas.
Sure.
I've been overseas.
But I would
for
argue
equal
that
terms.
you and your family take more airplane trips than I do on the whole.
That is true.
And so maybe I'm lucky, maybe I don't see a lot of this, but I apparently was unaware of some sort of epidemic that is happening, so much so that a bipartisan bill has been brought before our federal government to
What?
try...
A bipartisan?
That's right.
Oh, my God.
That doesn't mean anything anymore, though. But it is called the Quiet Skies Act, Big J. And this particular bill would require the Federal Aviation Commission to finalize a ban within the next 180 days to make it impossible or banning you from using your phone or video calls during airline flights to make telephone calls. They feel like when you're using high-speed Wi-Fi to make voice and video calls, you are disrupting passengers and making harder to hear safety announcements, and it creates conflicts that crew members are forced to manage, and they're trying to curtail that from happening. Now, again, It may be because I'm in my own world, and almost like the second I go onto an airplane, my headphones go on, and I am lost in whatever it is that
your
I do.
arms are crossed in your seat. And you're like, leave me alone.
I mean, maybe my eyes are closed. I'm listening to probably the Morning After the Movies podcast, something that has removed me from this particular place, and so I'm no longer paying attention to those around me, nor can I hear those things happening around me.
Safety be damned.
And
Nick
so,
doesn't care.
Now, listen, I'm all right. And so maybe I don't know that a bunch of people are making phone calls that are on their phone during a flight, but I can certainly say I don't think I've ever sat next to anybody that during the flight was on the phone or on a video call or anything like that. Has that happened to you?
Well, yeah, that's lots of people doing stuff.
I mean, I see stuff in the actual waiting area in the airport itself, but once they're on the plane during the flight, I'm not seeing a lot of people on their phones or making video calls.
I would say the complaint here, at least from the way you outlined it, has a lot more to do with the beginning of the flight, the instructions, the safety instructions.
They want it the whole flight.
Right,
I
understand that, but I would say that the people who spend the most time on the planes would be the crew.
Sure.
And if they think this is a problem and makes it difficult to do their job, then I would probably rely on that information as people who do that job. And most of us passengers on an airplane are like one-offs for the most part. Very few of us are constantly taking plane trips like our former colleague Jeff, who used to go back and forth between Seattle and Boise all the time. So I would say their perspective might be a little different, and more in line with what the crew would have to say about it. So that's what I would lean on them and the airline industry part to be like, yeah, we need this.
The lawmakers argue that making a uniform federal rule would be easier to enforce rather than the airlines' policies, which they currently do have in place in some cases. Supporters of the bill say the ban would maintain order in the cabin and improve the travel experience for everyone. The people that are against it are like, this isn't that big of a problem. I'm not sure why we're passing federal bans on things that aren't a huge, gigantic deal. I mean, but hey, listen.
If you're going to federally ban something, you should probably really consider banning alcoholic drinks on planes.
You think that leads to loud phone calls?
A lot of problems that we've had on airlines.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of that is airport drinking as well,
Sure.
Like hanging out at the bar. But that's how they make their money, Big J. You want to stop them from making money? Not very American of you at all. Or capitalist, for that matter. Morning After with Nick
Authoritarian.
and Big J. We'll see where this goes, if it ends up happening or not. But the Quiet Skies Act could happen. And so if you're somebody who likes to talk on their phone when you're in the air, you may have to stop soon. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We got some important stuff on the way. Let's not forget your Pop Culture Smackdown, all coming up on the X Rocks.
Be a legend.
Important stuff.
What's going on in the news today?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Big J, stress, anxiety, pressure. It all sucks canal water. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And so sometimes you need those things to get out of your way. You need to de-stress. What do you recommend?
Crying.
It's
Crying
always
all day long.
Just a straight up breakdown?
Yeah.
Not bad, dude. Almost 100% effective this. But sometimes it comes right back after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like anything you do to try to make it go away.
North Carolina State University researchers said that what they found is, hey, listen, man, all you got to do is just relax somewhere and listen to the birds. If you sit down and listen to birdsong for 10 minutes, preferably in an outdoor space, not like on like a computer program kind of a thing, they have found a drastic improvement in anxiety, stress, and pressure. Coupled with positive feelings after that. It's like, hey, I'm out here in nature, listening to the birds do their things. It feels like everything's going to be okay. Now, the worst thing you can do is sit in an empty space, pair it up with traffic noise, like in your office or something. That's just going to make you feel even more miserable, right? More boxed in. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So getting out there and, kind of feeling the wind through your hair, hearing the birds chirp, all of a sudden you start to feel positive about stuff, and some of that stuff can melt away. They did suggest that you have to spend at least 10 minutes in this area in order to start to feel the positive benefits, but they saw it reach all the way up to 2-3 hours if you're out there. You start to feel better about things, which is better than, feeling good for 2 seconds and then feeling bad again, right?
Right, yeah.
So what they're suggesting is, hey, it might be nice to have, urban green spaces, low-cost mental health relief for people, to have an area that they can go to and just kind of chill out and relax. A park, if you will, Big J.
A park?
Yeah, man. You ever just hang out in Amherst Park and just listen to the sound?
Yeah.
Isn't it nice?
I have, actually.
See? You know what I'm talking about then. So we'll see how this goes, but that may be a way that you can chill out for a little bit. Maybe you take your lunch in the park next time, and you feel a little bit better about things, or at least you let some of the stress of the day fall off your back and carry a little bit less of a load for the rest of your day. Not to say that won't come back the second you step foot in your job, but still, a little bit of relief is better than none. Agree or disagree?
Yes, for sure.
The cover athletes for NBA 2K27 have been revealed, Big J. Do you know who it's going to be?
No.
Victor Wembanyama, of course, of the San Antonio Spurs. You ever heard of them?
Shouldn't it be Bronson?
Well, they don't always go with the champion.
You're going to go with the first losers?
They go with, I believe, the
Jesus.
most popular player in the NBA, which I believe
And the
is
guy who didn't step up and finish it?
Wembanyama. Caitlin Clark, who also hasn't won anything, is your champion for the women's side of things. You have a problem with that, Big J?
Yes. What a loser.
Appearing on the deluxe edition, Chicago Bulls legend Derrick Rose, Big J. Celebrated for the Ultra edition.
Is he injured in it, the picture?
Yes, he's holding his knee. The standard edition will be available worldwide on September 4th, while the other versions will be available for access beginning on August 28th, if you would like your cover athletes taken care of. There's another thing that I wonder, do you think we'll care less about that as the digital thing starts to take over? Like, our cover athletes won't mean as much to us anymore when they're not on the cover of anything, right?
Well, no,
Unless
they're still sending you a box. There's just nothing in it.
The dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Dumbest.
Well, at least the Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to send out a box with a code in it.
We now know a little bit more about Sacha Baron Cohen's next movie. He released a video yesterday to announce the title of the next Ali G film. It is called Ali G, Who Is I, Big J? It's set for theatrical release on October 23rd, spooky season. The project marks Cohen's first time directing a feature film. He has undertaken this all himself. He announced the movie on Instagram, appearing as Ali G. Cohen secretly filmed the project, similar to his approach for Borat and all the Borat projects that he has done. And so now this will be coming out in a theater near you. Big J, do you expect it to be another big hit for Sacha Baron Cohen?
I don't know. Hard to say.
He's yet to really miss. I mean, listen, the both,
it's a
both
new day and
Borat-
age. It's been a minute, so I don't know how that's going to affect things. But
last time he did a Borat film was the pandemic, and it did go straight to Amazon. So there was that. But that's when the theaters were closed,
right?
And so, but it was a huge. It got nominated for a couple of Oscars. I mean, it was a big deal when it came out. And the Borat movie has done well. The Bruno movie did really well at the box office, so we'll see. Ali G's a different character, huge in Britain, obviously. That's kind of how he got his start.
Right.
But I don't know if it made as big of an impact here in the States. Of course, it did have an HBO show for a little while, but we'll see if it translates to the box office.
Definitely weird.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We got your Pop Culture Smackdown next on the X.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Hell of a Morning After prize package here, getting you hooked up with tickets to a concert or two. Slightly Stupid, the road trip and summer tour happening at the Outlaw Field Botanical Gardens next Thursday. We'll get you set up with those tickets and tickets to this Saturday night's big event at the Revolution Concert House and Events Center. We're talking X-Fest Battle of the Bands, Basement, Cardiac Drift, Decipher, Ghostbox, Subvert, all vying for your vote. We will decide who opens X-Fest on Saturday night. We want you to be there. Beat me in Pop Culture Smackdown. All these tickets are yours.
208-287-1003 is the number you need to call if you'd like to win this prize package. You're going to have to take out Big J at the knees in order to do it, though. We'll see what you got, Big J. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Then to the phones we shall go. Hello, the X.
How's it going?
Hi, who's this?
Mike.
Mike, you're up first. Mike, what superstar duo starred in the 1989 movie When Harry Met Sally? We're looking for both the male and female lead here.
Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan.
Right.
Nailed it, Mike. Congratulations. Big J, what group had the first rap album to ever go #1 on the Billboard album chart?
Oh, boy. My strong suit, rap, and the Billboard chart. Let's go with, boy, man. Rap group, first to chart. I have no idea. I'm going to go with Grand Funk Junction.
No, it was not Grand Funk Junction. What if I said we played several of their songs right here on 100.3 The X Rock?
I mean, Beastie Boys?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
The Beastie Boys.
Way to make me
Licensed
feel really
to Ill.
stupid.
Back in 1987, the first one ever. Followed just 2 years later, Big J, by Tone Loc. Back when he had Wild Thing and Funky Cole Medina. You remember that song, Big
Funky
J?
Cole Medina.
Used to dance to it all the time.
All the time.
Congratulations, Mike. You got yourself tickets to go check out Slightly Stupid and the X-Fest Battle of the Bands this Saturday night at the Rev Center. Hold tight. We'll get some information from you. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Some headlines. They're next on the X Rocks.
It's like your daily update of really stupid stuff. It's time for headlines on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Headlines are as follows, Big J. Cool, I guess. Crack that nut, and that's illegal.
Crack that nut.
Here's something your wife might be interested in, Big J.
Oh?
There is a small Minnesota town that has claimed that a towering new record is theirs. Laverne, which is the population of roughly $5,000, has unveiled a 65-foot, 7.5-inch nutcracker. Or I should say nutcracker.
Nutcracker.
Named Vern the Patriot. They put him outside of a local rock shop. With its pedestal, the Uncle Sam-style figure stretches nearly 75 feet above the prairie, almost twice the height of the current Guinness World Record holder in Germany. It cost them $600,000 to make it. It is funded by donations and grants. It features a working jaw and was assembled using craft pieces in Utah. Laverne already holds more nutcrackers than residents. They have about 8,000 inside the town, a collection that was rooted when Betty Mann purchased a 2001 Cracker Barrel following a personal loss, and she started to put a bunch of nutcrackers in them, and now it became famous for being a town full of nutcrackers, and this thing is gigantic, Big J. Any interest in maybe the wife heading out there? She goes to Minnesota sometime.
Yeah, she does. And she does love cracking those nuts.
And she loves nutcrackers. Right?
Oh, man, we have several that are almost... I mean, we don't have one quite that's human size, but it's pretty close.
Really? Where do you put it?
We've got... we used to put them on the sides of our entertainment center. It was a much bigger entertainment center. That now is over at the kids' house. We have a different one, but it's great. They're bookends, so they're great to have. But yeah, we do have quite a few.
She's got to see the world's biggest, Big J. She has.
I wonder if she's ever seen it before.
It's fairly new, so I doubt it. But maybe, just maybe, she can on her next trip to Minnesota. Cool, I guess, or that's illegal.
That's illegal.
A restaurateur in Seoul, Korea, with 2 Michelin stars is facing some prison time over a dessert garnish.
What?
Prosecutors have asked a court to sentence the unnamed owner to 1 year in jail and fine the restaurant's operating facility 20 million won, which is about $13,500, for using dried ants in violation of South Korea's Food Sanitation Act. Ants are not among the 10 insect species permitted for human consumption in the company, and authorities are upset about it. They found out about it through dinner photos posted in online reviews. Officials estimate approximately 49,000 dried ants imported from the U.S. and Thailand were used over 4 years. The restaurant is identified as Avid, run by Australian chef Joseph Lidgewood. A court verdict is expected on September 2nd, but you can't be eating those ants in South Korea, Big J. You better watch out.
Listen, we also need to rethink this whole Michelin star thing. Okay?
What's the matter?
The Michelin star restaurant is serving dried ants.
Yeah. Insects are very popular.
Who's
Big J.
handing out these Michelin stars? We need to start talking about that.
It's the Michelin Man. You know
Yeah,
that.
well.
Wrap it up with cool, I guess. I'm sure you know, Big J, that Spain won the World Cup, yes?
Yeah, I heard about that.
And Fabian Ruiz and Gavi were celebrated in their hometown ceremony when they returned to Spain on Tuesday. They each received their own weight in tomatoes for helping Spain win the World Cup. The 2 players attended the event at a town hall meeting there. Of course, the town is a tomato-producing municipality in Seville, so that made sense. Ruiz got 85 kilograms, while Gavi weighed 68.5 kilograms, and they just got a bunch of ripe tomatoes for him. And isn't that nice? They're very happy for it. They love tomatoes, and they're having a good time. Why not celebrate with some tomatoes? Agree or disagree?
Opa! Oh, I guess that's Greek.
Yeah, different country altogether. But they do get to enjoy their tomatoes however they want to prepare them.
Seville is the wife's favorite town in Spain.
Listen, lots of Kylie mentions in this headline.
Yeah.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your headlines. You're up to date on everything. Your first keyword of the day for Summer of Fun is... That's Nirvana, Come As You Are, here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Big J, what if you want to make a serious life change? What do you recommend people do, please?
I recommend people don't even bother trying.
Nice.
But experts have some other ideas. And especially if you want to start, say, a diet, exercise routine, or any sort of habit that you want to develop, experts have decided that there is a good day of the week to start that. And it sure as hell ain't Monday. They think that Mondays come with a lot of pressure. We load up our to-do lists, promise ourselves big changes, and then get overwhelmed by it all. And so by the time you get halfway through the week, it's already failed. They say Wednesday is a day that might be the perfect day to start that because you're already in the groove of the week. Adding a new habit feels more like a small adjustment than a major life overhaul. Researchers and therapists say a midweek start also feels more like an experiment, which can reduce perfectionism and make setbacks easier to handle. Plus, you can rack up a few quick wins before the weekend and building confidence and motivation to keep going. So that's a pretty good idea. If you're really starting to think about starting something, don't do it on a Monday, for the love of God.
It's interesting. I mean, it does kind of make sense, that logic around, it's a little bit less of a major deal in the middle of the week. But the good news is, Big J, now it's Thursday, so you don't have to worry about any major life change for at least 6 more days.
Yeah, so there must really be a reason, like you get a good at least ramp up to the weekend for doing that as opposed to waiting till later in the week. Like, why not Friday? That sounds like a good time, probably because you're going to slack it on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
So having a good few days under your belt as far as developing those habits is not a bad idea, not a bad thing to do. They also say prepare, determine what you need to initiate the habit, prepare those items the night before. It'll make things easier to do.
All right. Kind of like set it out before bed.
Yeah.
Make sure you're ready to go. These are things that make sense. I mean, because a major life change is never easy to do whenever you want to do it. So having things stacked in your favor before you make that decision is probably a good thing. And if it's easier to do so at a particular day of the week for you, you should knock it out of the park.
And I'm trying to make a major life decision as well. So I guess I'll start this on Wednesday now.
Okay.
At some point.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not. Because I need to start exercising. I need to start taking that seriously, Nick. And so I've been thinking about, do I want to start doing some of that exercise and some of those habits earlier in the morning, like before work, which means I'm already, getting up at, I'm waking up at least at like 3:30 in the morning. Mm-hmm. I'm not getting up then, but I'm like, do I get out of bed and do I go and start doing some of that stuff early and see how it works out? Because I'm less likely to do some of that stuff later in the afternoon when I'm like poo-poo and tired and all that stuff.
So you're leaning towards getting up earlier and doing it really early in the morning?
Yeah.
Are you also still convinced you need to get out of your house to do it? You need to go someplace to make it happen?
Yeah, I don't know about that just yet. Maybe you'll walk around the block or something, even starting slow there. So maybe next Wednesday I'll start that.
Nice. Okay. Well, listen, it's rare that you listen to the advice brought up on the show, but why not give it a shot, right?
Well, I did pick this advice to talk about.
It's true.
So we're going to call things out. Let's call it out properly.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. We got your bad impressions. They're next on the X-Rocks.
This is from Not Impressed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, and we got a nice little prize here for you. Tickets to the Battle of the Bands, happening Saturday at the Revolution Concert House and Event Center, Basement, Cardiac Drift, Decipher, Ghostbox, Subvert, all vying for your vote to open Battle of the Band or open X-Fest 2026. So we'll get you tickets to this, which is requirement for you to show up and hang out with us Saturday night. You just got to figure out bad impressions this morning. I believe you can do it.
It's a pretty cool event on Saturday. You'll walk in, you'll grab a golden ticket, and each band will have a box, and you put that golden ticket in the box of the band that you want to see open up X-Fest, and whoever has the most golden tickets at the end of the night, they win, right?
Yeah.
It's a simple math equation. It's an election, if you will. So take part in it, and we'll give you tickets to the show on Saturday. 208-287-1003. If you can figure out Big J's bad impressions, 3 clues revolving around
A very famous person.
And if you can figure out who this person is, congratulations. These tickets are yours. To the phones we go. Hello, the X.
Big shot all in one. You have to stay precise.
I wonder what's going on here, Big J.
I don't really need them, really, with the stream on, do you? I guess I will, yeah.
We could be talking classified information.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, you're
probably
right.
not smart. Hello, the X.
Good morning,
How you doing, man? What's your name?
Jason Burgess.
All right, Jason. Good luck.
My life 100% should be a biopic from the LBC to the top of the media world.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet most people would associate me and marijuana as a package. They sure do in Ontario when they invite me out.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
That is correct, Jason. Hang on 1 second. We'll hook you up with those Battle of the Bands tickets. What was clue 3?
Will my bestie Martha Stewart make it into my biopic?
God, I hope so. And why is Snoop Dogg in the news?
Yeah, that's it, man. Universal Pictures has confirmed that it's Snoop Dogg's biopic will hit theaters August 6th, 2027. Jonathan Davis, not the singer of Korn, the actor known for Netflix's Outer Banks, will portray Calvin Broadus Jr., a.k.a. Snoop Dogg's rise to fame as a hip-hop icon. Craig Brewer, director of Hustle and Flow, helms the film, and the producers included Snoop Dogg, of course. The film marks the first project under Death Row Pictures' overall deal with NBC Universal. At CinemaCon, Snoop told the crowd, "My movie is going to be rated R. I guarantee that, so get your parents' permission." Universal's last hip-hop biopic, Straight Outta Compton, earned over $200 million globally. So
Yeah,
I
that
wonder,
did okay.
does that mean like O'Shea Jackson Jr.? Well, I mean, because I'm sure some of these cast of characters are going to be in this movie.
Well, he didn't associate with NWA. I mean, he did Dr. Dre stuff.
Yeah, but they were all, I mean, they all intertwined and did stuff together. I mean, I just wonder if some of those folks are going to be returning and playing themselves.
I guess it depends how far into the Snoop Dogg story they go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's
so much. There's so much there.
Right. Where do you stop? I mean, it's still going. How
Yeah.
far in do you go? And is it just like the origin story, or do you just talk about the superstardom? I mean, there's a lot to it. Do you talk about Snoop Lion? What, I mean, where do you go?
Do
with
I
it?
make an appearance?
Is Big J's interview from the Up and Smoke tour part of the biopic? And if so, who portrays you, Big J?
Me?
Okay.
No, I can't. We'll find some young whippersnapper. Jelly
Yeah, because
roll.
it's got to be a younger version of you. That's the catch. It can't be Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll's like your age. It's got to be some
right.
younger version with big blonde hair, ready to go, scared, nervous, sweating, all these.
Yep.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your bad impressions. We will wrap up the show here next on the X Rock. That's the Architects Broken Mirror, wrapping up the Morning After with Nick and Big J on this Thursday. Thanks for hanging out with us. We got a nice little alert courtesy of Big J earlier this morning. That was pretty cool. We also had a chance to give away some Slightly Stupid tickets. We kind of warned you about the overall creepiness of mimes. There's just a weird vibe going on there.
100%.
And then one in Massachusetts took it just a little bit too far and now is in some serious trouble because of it. And of course, we reminded you, if you're going to make a huge life change, try to do it on a Wednesday, please and thank you. But it does leave you with the floor, Big J.
Nick, Japan's done it again. They have unveiled a human-sized cooling pod. And it's designed like a vending machine to combat extreme heat on construction sites, warehouses, and outdoor events. The Do Hyman box stands at just over 6 feet tall, holds an internal temperature of 59 degrees Fahrenheit, with blasting air as cold as 41 degrees at the head, neck, shoulders, and back. A quick 5 to 10 minute session helps keep overheated workers safe while costing only about 10 cents per hour.
So it's like a human refrigerator.
Yeah, basically. And I don't know. I mean, I feel like that can do more harm than good.
How so? I mean,
Well,
maybe if you get
because-
stuck in there?
No, of course. But I mean, repeatedly, being hot and then cooling down and then being hot and
super
cooling
sick.
down.
Right. Yeah, pneumonia for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know about pneumonia, but just, I don't know if that's great regulation for your body. I mean, it sucks being out in the heat, but I find that part of the problem is going in and out of, air conditioning makes it even worse sometimes. Feels that way anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but having some sort of respite from it probably feels amazing. Maybe that's too cold, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that seems a little cold.
Like, I don't know if we have to go from one extreme to the other. Because you're right. Because then I feel like you might be probably your body would go into shock at some point and then just shut down and go, "Hey, bro, make up your mind. What are we doing here? Which one do you want me to adapt to? Nothing. I'm just going to shut down on you."
I would just keep, but I would keep this thing close to me at all times.
You would want a human refrigerator. Strap it to the back of your bike. Take it to where you're going.
Get a tow trailer for it.
Now, that I could actually see happening, and you could actually pull off. I think that would be a lot of fun. You could probably take it to events, charge people to get inside.
Yeah, come on inside, old Big J's air conditioner.
Because now you got bike payments and human refrigerator payments to pay for. None of that's cheap, I promise you.
10 cents per hour.
Sure, if you get the Freon.
Uh-huh.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your show. Thanks for hanging out with us. Jason Drew, he's coming up next. We'll see y'all tomorrow at CX Rocks.
Ready to